The basketball Billikens getting set for a season that really isn't official in terms of when it'll start, who they'll be playing, a lot of unknowns, but what we do know is the SLU roster is loaded with Hassan French and Jordan Goodwin back for their senior years, a really deep lineup, Javante Perkins, a lot of local talent as well. SLU is poised not just for a top 25 season, but hopefully a nice deep tournament run in the NCAA. But first, got to figure out when they're playing, where they're playing. Are there fans in the stands? Are they going to go to one of these, quote, bubble cities? November 27th, they've said, is the day they can start playing games. Right now, I think Travis Ford told me that they've had about 30 schedules written in pencil, and they've ripped them all apart. But a conversation here with Travis as he gets set for his fifth year in charge of the SLU program. And again, if everything goes well, get this season up and running, SLU should have a very special year. They went to the tournament in year 3. With Travis in charge. That was the great Brooklyn run where they won 4 games in 4 days. This year, hopefully a little easier path to get to the NCAA tournament. The Kilcoyne Conversation is presented by our good friends at Triad Bank, St. Louis-based bank since 2005. So if you're looking for a new bank, maybe you're a small business owner, and you're just not getting the service you expect from your bank, check them out in Frontenac on Clayton Road, about a block west of Lindbergh, right there at Highway 44 in Lindbergh, or on the web at triadbanking.com. Appliance Discounters, where they carry the great GE products. Simply go to theappliancediscounters.com, go into the search engine, and type in GE, and you'll see all the refrigerators, washers, dryers, stoves. All of it will pop right up, and it lists the price right there. Appliance Discounters giving you the lowest prices you'll find anywhere. Theappliancediscounters.com. Find out why their savings are your savings. Also, Marie DeVilla Senior Living, corner of Clayton and Weidman Road. You can get a virtual tour right now at mariedevilla.com. Since 1960, providing premium senior living. Just great folks out there. Get to know them by going to their website, mariedevilla.com. As well as B&G Tuck Pointing. They are the best in the bricks. And if you have a chimney, garage, home that's made of brick and it needs a little repair, you'll find out quickly why these folks are, in fact, the best in the bricks. They'll have it looking brand new. Again, check out their work at bgtuckpointing.com. We appreciate all of our great sponsors, and to you as well, the listener. Let's enjoy a little conversation right now with Travis Ford, SLU men's basketball coach. Give me an idea of just the excitement, even next week. You have your kids to practice, even with all the unknown, just to get working again with them. What's it like?
Yeah, the fact that you are getting to the official first day is exciting. First day of practice is every year it's exciting, but this year even that much more because of the long layoff we had, not just away from basketball, but away from each other, makes it even, that much more exciting. To amp it up, we're only going, 6 or so hours a week right now. To amp it up to 20 hours a week is something that, our team needs, but also that, we get to spend, more time together. So, yeah, it's an exciting time. It's a date that didn't seem like it was ever going to get here.
And tell us about the unknown, which is the season itself. You hear so much talk, so much written, whether it's a bubble or wait till your conference, or what do you guys know as we sit here today?
Well, what we do know, we're starting practice next week. What we do know is the first official game could be November the 25th. That's about 2 weeks later than the official start date was. So they've moved the first date to November 25th. That's really all we know right now, Martin. We don't know right now. We're still in limbo a little bit where those first games are going to occur, whether it's going to occur on the 25th, 26th, 27th. Those are a lot of, and this is no different than every other college team in America right now. The scheduling, what we had in place, a finished schedule at the beginning of June, that was all thrown out the door as of about 3 weeks ago. It was just thrown out the door, and you kind of almost had to start over again because they not only started the season later, they limited us now to 25 to 27 games where you normally can have 31 games. So we've had to kind of scratch our schedule that we had in place, and now you're scrambling here in October to try to put together a great college basketball schedule for our team. We're getting close. I will say we are having some success. We've got some really good home games. Boston College is still coming to Chaifetz Arena. So we still have some games that are being played. We're just trying to fill out a few other dates to make a complete schedule.
How much of a challenge – well, it's a challenge, obviously, but how much angst is there over you've also got a really good team and you want this season to be special for all your kids? And how do you balance that thought? Because if everything is normal, you're a really good team. So you just got to hope like heck this season happens in some form or fashion.
Yeah, you do. And we had really worked extremely hard to put together a schedule that fit this team. And what I mean by that is it was really a difficult schedule that we had in place to try to give us that at-large opportunity, to give us that chance. So that's in the back of your mind right now. I still think we're in great shape to put together that schedule. I do think when it comes to Selection Sunday, whenever that is going to occur, that they're not going to be able to depend solely on a schedule anymore just because of circumstances right now. But yeah, with our team, if there's any advantage or benefit, we are an experienced team. So we do have a lot of guys back. From that standpoint, if I had a lot of new players, I'd probably be a lot more concerned because of the limited amount of practices and things that we've had since last March. But because it's an experienced team, when we get our schedule together and we head into A-10 play, we're hoping that, that gives us a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, and if everything's normal, how good is this team? Just give me an idea. Over the years you've been doing this, to come back with this group, this has got to be one of the top groups you've ever returned.
Yeah, we're excited about our team. Anytime you return, your top 7, 8 scores, you should be excited. We not only return, some good players, but they're experienced players, seniors, juniors. But also what I really like about this team is the balance of the roster. We have 8 players that are underclassmen on our roster. That means they're in the freshman or sophomore class, and all of them can play. So the balance of our roster is really good. So that's great for our program in general. But I like our team. Hopefully everybody we can keep everybody healthy, which, obviously gives us some depth. But we look back to last season, and we ended the season playing pretty good basketball, as good as we thought anybody in the country. But what we've got to look at is, all right, we were playing good basketball. How do we go from good to hopefully great? How do we take that? So where are the areas that we got to get better at? Well, one area I just talked about, we'll hopefully have a little bit more depth than we had last year. Hopefully we can improve our free throws from last year. Hopefully we'll have better outside shooting. Well, with Gibson Jimerson and Fred Thatch and those guys back. So we're hoping we can't just rely on, because we played well at the end of the year, that's just automatically going to happen again. We've got to learn from that and realize what made us a good team from last year, grow on that to hopefully make us a great team.
You mentioned Fred Thatch. Give us an update on Fred and his availability this year.
Yeah, Fred is back 100%, practicing every day, playing at a very high level, which is exciting. It's great to have him back. Same thing with Gibson Jimerson, who obviously missed most of last season, especially conference play. He's back healthy 100%, so it's good to have those guys back.
How are you going to handle some of the hype? There's still going to be stuff written and talked about. People are really high on your team. Dick Vitale's already given you a shout-out. You want your guys to embrace that?
Yeah, I think you do. You can't hide from it. Too much social media and everybody out there, they hear all the noise. And, it's to be expected because of what we've returned, and how we played at the end of the year last year. So it's expected. Now, what we can't do is get lost into that. What we got to get lost into, we got to lose ourselves into getting better. We got to lose ourselves into making sure we improve each and every day. And that's the key for us. No question. You're not going to hide from it. And we're not, you can embrace it to the extent of, all right, we understand we have the ability to be a good basketball team, hopefully great team. But you got to understand what it's going to take to get there and be humble enough and be hungry enough to hopefully reach that.
The best in the bricks. It's more than just a slogan. Why not make your home or garage or chimney look its best by fixing the bricks? That's what B&G Tuck Pointing can do for you. Bricks look their best with proper tuck pointing. Call Rich Galati and his team at 314-363-0525. And by team, of course, we include his daughters, Bella and Gabrielle. Or go online, bgtuckpointing.com, a proud St. Louis-based company that supports the hometown St. Louis Blues. Yes, they love their hockey. Chimney repair, foundation repair, caulking, waterproofing. They do it all. Have you driven around St. Louis? We have a lot of brick buildings, and if they need repair, you know who to call. Consider me among the many satisfied customers. Call 363-0525, 363-0525, or go online, bgtuckpointing.com, and find out what it means to be the best in the bricks. The fountains and flags outside invite you in. Once inside, it's obvious what makes Mari de Villa so special. It's the people that live there and the people that work there. I know for a fact it's a fun place to visit, been there many times over the years for special events, and you can tell the residents love it as well. Welcoming atmosphere, providing all types of senior living, independent living, skilled nursing, memory care. Mari de Villa Senior Living, that's what we're talking about. A single location. That means ownership is hands-on. The residents here are considered guests, and trust me, they feel that way. The beautiful grounds make it more of a campus-type atmosphere. I love calling it the Mari de Villa campus, located at the corner of Clayton and Weidman Road. I guarantee you've driven by there, probably seen the fountains going. Red for October baseball, blue when the Blues are deep into a playoff run. It's a family-owned facility. It's been in business since 1960, and for so many years, it was home to the Cardinals legend, Red Schoendienst. I encourage you to take a virtual tour or simply to read more about this special place. Go to maridevilla.com. You love sports? Sure. But what you really love is a winning team and a great story. That's exactly what you get with Appliance Discounters. It started with just 3 employees. One location, 3 employees. Denise Bradley, her husband John, her brother Tony. That's it. More than a decade ago. And for years, you've heard me talking about them. Here's why. My dishwasher, it's a Bosch, the quietest dishwasher on the market. Remember Grandma's dishwasher always, That's not what's going on with us. We got it at Appliance Discounters. Our washer, our dryer, our stove, and our refrigerator, and Electrolux. Yes, the Kilcoins put these babies to the test. During the quarantine, the MVP at our house, the dishwasher, it got a workout. We've got big name brands we're talking about at a great price. St. Charles, Baldwin, Maplewood, South County, and in the city. The best bet, just get online. TheApplianceDiscounters.com. Our savings are your savings. And what's your hope? I know Chris May and others are dealing with the fan questions and civic leaders, but I would think with this team you have, you got to hope, whatever it is, January, December, whatever, that you want the ability to have fans, because this team should be special and the city will be excited about it.
No, good point, Martin. No question. I know our athletic director, Chris May, has done such an incredible job of leading us through this pandemic and these crazy times. He's really, really kept our athletic department connected, all the coaches, the athletes, everyone. It's been very impressive to watch. He and Fred Postello, how, Fred has done an incredible job with our university and keeping everybody informed of what's going on. And it's been interesting to watch from my leadership of our basketball team, to watch other leaders lead during difficult, adverse times. These two have just done an incredible job. With that said, I know Chris May's working on it every day to get fans. We have such great, loyal fans. We know that they want to watch this team play, and we want them to be in the arena. It's a process that you got to go through. We're hoping we can get to that point. It's something I'm sure we're working on every single day.
Do your guys kind of look at last year as almost like unfinished business? Like you guys were trending up at just the right time. Does that add to the hunger for your group?
You hope so. You just don't want them to lean on last year and say, well, it's just automatically going to happen. You don't want to get caught in that trap. There's no question. I want them to understand and that them remember that, yes, we were playing at a high level. Again, you got to be humble enough to look at it and say, all right, we were playing good basketball, but where are the areas that we can get better at? Where are the areas we can improve to go from good to hopefully great? Don't get caught up and embrace that, it's automatically going to happen. You've got to earn it. Absolutely got. There's a lot of good teams out there. There's a lot of teams returning a lot of players like we are. So, we've got to work every day, every single day to make sure that we're getting better every day and humble enough to handle some of the really good things that are being said about our team and really improve and not think that we've accomplished anything.
You probably had some days this spring or summer where you thought, man, we may not even have a season at all. How, as you sit here today, give us an idea of the emotional roller coaster inside your head for a few months.
Yeah, it has been. But the way, we've tried to handle it and I've tried to handle it, we understand there's a lot of people going through a lot more tougher times than we are. And, we're just, we love basketball. It's important. It's important to us. It's important to a lot of people. We also always try to put that in perspective as well. We try to keep our players, our athletes and coaches safe. That's our first priority. But no question, there's a lot of, you went through, is there going to be a season? Then once we started hearing, yes, there's going to be a season, then you went through a whole period of what's it going to look like? When's it going to start? So it kind of has gone in phases. Once we found out, all right, this is when the season's going to start, this is when practice is going to start, I think that really helped give our guys some direction, give myself some direction, and you really started to feel that this is going to happen. But Martin, we're far from, we've got all this planned, but a lot of things could change. You never know right now. So we've just got to control the things we can control, try to stay safe, try to get, our guys going to class, making sure they're taking care of their academics, making sure we're taking care of our team on the practice court and those type things, and understanding that things can change from day to day. And we've got to be prepared to adapt to those changes from day to day. But with our great leadership from Fred Pastello, Chris May, I feel like our university has done an incredible job of preparing us for whatever is next. And, that's all we can control at this point.
Hey, appreciate Travis Ford taking some time with us here on the Kilcoyne Conversation. Hopefully we'll have some real specific information about the schedule, who they're playing, when they're playing, and get some folks into the Chaifetz Arena because this is a fun, exciting team. Really looking forward to not just only the college basketball year, but specifically with the Billikens. Make sure you get registered. What's the word I'm looking for? Just get signed up. Subscribe. That's the word I'm looking for. Subscribe. iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and then each conversation, whether it's Craig Berube or Chris Pronger, John Mazalek, whomever it is, have it delivered directly to you. Make sure and look for the Kilcoyne Conversation. Thanks for listening, and thanks to our great sponsors, Triad Bank, Marie Davila Senior Living, B&G Tuck Pointing, and Appliance Discounters. We'll talk to you again soon.